Okay, so you want to add breadcrumbs to your Squarespace website. Luckily, there's an easy way to do this. I will preface this by saying there's two ways to do it. So you can either code this, and there are a ton of codes out there that you can insert into your website to sort of auto-generate these breadcrumbs, and it's a super useful solution. However, if you don't want to use code, let's say either you have an aversion to code or you just don't want to do it, then, which I think is the same thing, but regardless, if you just want to write it out and do it manually on each page, then this is what this video is for. So we'll jump into the site, I'll set up some breadcrumbs and you can see how they work. Okay, so on the site, let's say you're going to have someone who navigates from home to gallery. We would go to gallery, which is the endpoint, and we would go into edit. And we can see, okay, we've got this here. So what we want to do is we want to add our breadcrumbs somewhere up near the top. So in case you missed that, we just click add block, text, and then we're going to add our text right up near the top. One thing to note is you're going to need to move everything down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this text block, this image block, and then I'll highlight all of these blocks. And then I think that's the end of our section. We'll move these down so you can see all of these are highlighted. And we just want to move it down so it sits below the text block here. So we go into the text block and then we're just going to type. So we'll say home, which actually you cannot even see. So I'm just going to show you down here. We're going to say home and then we're going to say gallery. Now, ideally we keep these linked. So we're going to highlight what we need to link here. And we're going to link and we're going to say home. That is going to add our link there. And if you want, you can then link gallery too, or you can link, whatever page that you want to use. So both of those are linked. You want to also make sure that they don't open in new tab. So once you're happy, just go ahead and stick that back up at the top. If you want, you can move, right to the top, but I'm just going to put it there, personal preference. Then just make sure on mobile, everything is correct. So I'm just going to, for spacing, just move that down here. Hit save. And then we're good to go. So let's say a user wants to use breadcrumbs to navigate. They click on home and that's going to take them back to the home page there. So as I say, if you don't want to use code, you can do it with simple text and links. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.